All right, 2021 is here, guys. It's super exciting, and I wanted to take a little bit of time to reflect back of my biggest struggle and my biggest accomplishment and my biggest lesson for the year 2020. So let me share with you some of the biggest struggle that I have for this year. Is kind of crazy. So the biggest struggle that I have for this year is really about Facebook ad ban. Facebook is going crazy within this year. It's a crazy ride. A lot of things going on with Facebook, and it's pretty much dragged out a lot of small business. And Facebook ban is one of the biggest struggle that I have within this year. I mean, like when they ban your ad account, your business manager account, even your Facebook profile account. And a lot of time people may have been thinking you probably do something wrong, that's why they ban your account. But in many cases, sometimes you don't have to do anything wrong and they still ban your account. And long story short, Facebook ban is my biggest struggle within this year. Another thing that I want to share with you is within that struggle, of course, I want to talk about my biggest accomplishment for within this year is the thing that make me proud the most for 2020. The first thing is I able to create the first life insurance funnel that cracked $1.5 million for the life insurance industry. And as far as I know, this is the first life insurance funnel that is in the life insurance industry that we actually cracked $1.5 million funnel, which is one funnel. And this is the thing that I'm really most proud about, because before I always dreamed to create just one funnel and make $1 million. And I went to a lot of convention, I went to a lot of conference for many different experts, and finally they don't have one. So I decided one day, you know what, if the market didn't have one, why don't I go and create one? And I go to a lot of trial error with my team. And finally we're able to do $1.5 million funnel. And most important thing is that helped us to get the Two Comma Club Award. And Two Comma Club Awards basically is a award from ClickFunnels that give it to us for making over $1 million within the community. And we did over $1.5 million. And that is the thing that I'm really proud of, because before I never think it's really possible is able to make $100,000 per month. But now we actually cracked $1.5 million for that funnel, and that is the thing that I'm really proud of. Another thing that I really proud of, and this is my biggest accomplishment, is I able to build a very dream team. I able to build the digital adventure team, and this is the team that I always really dream of, and I able to build like a team of over 15 people for my digital team, from Facebook ad expert to video editors, to videographer, to graphic designers, to cell funnel builder, pretty much the whole entire team that I always dream of. Because before, when I enter into the internet marketing world, I basically have to do everything by myself. I have to do video editing, I have to do cell funnel, I have to run the traffic. I have to do a lot of stuff by myself, and it's really crazy of all the night that I study behind the scene. And after that, I wish one day that I can build a strong team, an adventure team, just like the movie Adventure. And finally, I able to build one. And that is the thing that I'm really most proud about, which is my digital adventure team. And that team means a lot to me. The next thing that I want to talk about is the big lesson, like the biggest lesson for 2020. In 2020, man, I learned a lot of lessons, like crazy amount of lessons. I can sit here all day and talk about like hundreds of lessons that I learned for 2020. But if I have to break down 2020 to 3 big lessons that I learned, so here's the thing. The first lesson that I learned is be patient. Your time will come. I remember back then when I was like totally broke, I didn't have any money. When I go to the restaurant, I have to look into my Bank American, like I barely have any money in there, and I was like, have literally like negative amount of dollars, and it's really struggling. And during that time, all I really thinking about is whatever money that I have, I basically use all my money to purchase like book online, like purchase book for leadership. I purchased book for online marketing. I literally spent a lot of my time, like a week, I read one book. I don't know if you guys believe this, but that's actually what I'm doing. I read a book a week for 3 straight years, and I read over 100 a book. And during that time, all I really believe is that one day I will make it, you know, and I keep on really patient. And because when you broke, the only thing that you really have is your time. And because you don't have money, you have time. So what I do is whatever money that I have a little bit, I use that money and spend my time to start reading and upgrade my knowledge, upgrade my skill. And I believe one day my time will come. And that's actually, it's really true, because my time has come. I never really know when it's that day, but I strongly believe that that day, if I patient enough, keep on reading and learning, my time would come. And finally, my time has come when my brother, Leon, he came over to me while he see a little success of mine through online marketing, and he talked to me, and we merged together to open Think Smart Insurance. And that thing has really meant a lot to me. Finally, I have a chance to work with my older brother, and we merged together. The rest is history. I mean, like, my time has come. So together, me and my brother, we built a multi-million-dollar business through Think Smart Insurance. And thank you so much for my brother. So guys, if whatever right now, it doesn't work in your life, be patient, keep on study, keep on watering that plan, you know, believe into it, and one day your time will come. The second lesson that I learned is very important, is believe into yourself. I know when we talk about like believe into ourselves, everybody really understand the key word about believe into yourself, right? This is like the motivational thing. But when I dive deep into believe into yourself, it's so important. Is before, when I tried to go to many different conferences, I couldn't see people. I met, you know, Grant Cardone. He talked about a lot about motivation and a lot of different things. But when I looked down, who in the market of life insurance that actually cracked $1 million? I attend ClickFunnels event. I went to many different places, and I studied online course. Literally, I haven't seen anyone break that $1 million funnel. So at first, I kind of doubt myself, man, can I really create this $1 million funnel in the life insurance industry? Because I couldn't see anyone really doing it yet. But because I couldn't find an answer. So I say, you know what? If no one really doing it, I'm going to believe into myself, and I'm probably gonna work really hard, do trial and error, and figure it out. Okay, I will figure out the how and never give up. And because of that, I believe to myself so much that I test out and keep on testing out, and finally we did it. I want to share back the lesson to you is everything is really possible if you believe to yourself. My $1 million funnel is nothing compared to Elon Musk. That dude is like, he literally wanted to take people to Mars. He created SpaceX. He created the first electric car. That is almost the impossible, but he make the impossible become the possible because the man believed into himself. So the power of believing into yourself is so important. Sometimes when you have a great idea, you have a great idea, you do something that many people did not believe into you. The first key is believe to yourself and keep on doing it, and you will make it. The third lesson I want to talk to you guys about is invest in your dream team. You cannot create a dream team of A player unless you an A player. When I first start out, I want to build my dream team so I can crack the $1 million funnel. And to your surprise, I keep going around and around. I go to conference, I ask questions like, how do I find my superstar? How do I find my dream team? How do I find my Avenger? Pretty much, I don't really have the answer. And I post a lot of tasks online, try to find the resume, try to find the people videos, try to find the people who are the A player. And finally, I'm about to give up. And I remember one day I sit down and say, you know what? If I cannot find the A player, why don't I create the A player? And before you're able to created the A player. Before you're able to spot the A player, you have to become one. So what I learned is, in order for you to create your dream team that you always think about, the first key is you have to become one. So that moment on, I say, you know what? In order for me to invest in my dream team, I have to commit myself to become an expert in traffic. I have to commit myself to become a great leader, and I have to commit myself to have so much passion to lead my people, to lead my dream team, to lead those people in the right direction to achieve their goal, to achieve their desire. And that moment on, when I have the total commitment of how can I grow myself as a leader, how can I grow my company, how can I help my people to achieve that goal, that moment on, I finally able to create over 15 dream player in my digital team. And that feeling is amazing. And I take the same approach and duplicate that for the sales superstar. So guys, I just want to let you guys know that if you want to invest in your dream team, very important that you have to become an A player, guy. There is no A player in the market out there unless you become one. So that is the powerful lesson that I learned. Last thing, guy, this is the bonus lesson, is be creative and be flexible. When it comes to like be creative and be flexible, I want to talk to you guys about this thing right here. When Facebook ad, you know, like I didn't do anything wrong, and Facebook, they banned my account, they banned my profile account, you know, and I have to get it back, and you know, a lot of things going on behind the scene. They banned my business manager, ad account, a lot of crazy things not many people know. But what happened is, in business, in startup, or in your real business, when you grow your company, there are gonna be a lot of challenge. And I am pretty sure 100% you will run into obstacle and challenge that most people will give up because they're not creative. Sometimes you can have the whole entire blueprint, but if you're not creative enough and if you're not flexible enough, you will not make it. It's kind of like you driving a car with the roadmap to, let's say, from Georgia to Texas, right? You drive a car, you have the roadmap, and finally, after 300 miles, you hit a dead end by following the Google map. And when you hit the dead end, you're like, oh snap, I thought my Google map tell me this is the road to Texas. But the road is under construction, that's why you hit the dead end. And when you hit the dead end, your car has run out of gas, like everything's gone, right? And what you have to do during that time is you have to be creative and be flexible. Sometimes when a car is die, you have to ride a boat. If there's no boat, guy, ride the bicycle. When you ride the bicycle and when you make the destination, maybe you can bring back the gas to feed that car and make the car run again. So the lesson that I learned, guy, when Facebook banned me, I gotta be creative, guy, right? I cannot just rely on Facebook alone, so I create a multi-channel marketing through YouTube, through TikTok, you know, through influencer marketing, through text messages, you know, through many different channels like native app. But the idea in here is, guys, whatever the thing that you guys do, never stop growing. Always try to be creative and be flexible. And the most important thing is never give up. Because the moment you make an excuse, the moment you're bitter, of course you're gonna be angry, you're gonna be there, but don't let it suffer you for too long. Keep on going, guys, keep on going, keep on pushing, because when you keep on going, you keep on pushing with all that passion, with all that confidence, with the ability that you will figure it out somehow, okay? Then guess what happened? God would give you a way. When God will give you a way, He opened many doors for you that nothing is impossible. So guys, Happy New Year 2021. And that is my lesson, my struggle, and all my accomplishment. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I see you in 2021 with a lot of excited. Let's crush 2021 together. Happy New Year, guys.